Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and today I'm going to do a video about timing using the tarot. And what I mean, and this is actually not something I've done a lot, but I may start doing it because it's super intriguing to me, and I'm really curious to see how it works. So when I talk about timing, I'm talking about this. You want to know when something's going to happen. And there's two ways to use the tarot to do this, by looking at the actual cards and by, well, both ways are by looking at the actual cards. But one way is by looking at the suit and the number of the card. And the other is by looking at the court cards, of course. And the other way is by looking at the meaning of the card that you get when you ask that particular question. So let's, for example, for today I'm using my Radiant Rider Waite Tarot. And if you like this tarot and you'd like to learn more about it, there's a review of it on my Tarot Deck Reviews Volume 1 playlist. And it's one of my favorite go-to decks. You can tell how raggedy the box is. I use it a lot. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at is, let's pretend that someone is asking, when will I meet the love of my life? So let's see what comes up. Okay, there's a lot of cards. Let's just do one. And I should just do this for an example. But anyway, when will I meet the love of my life? That's one question everybody wants to know. And let's see. Say I get the 9 of Swords reversed. Okay. So right now I could look at the suit. And Swords is typically autumn. Swords represents autumn. And if you want to get a paper and write this down, because this will make a lot of sense here in a minute. Okay, so Swords is autumn as far as seasons go. Pentacles is winter. Cups is summer. And Wands is spring. Okay. But the suits can also represent days, weeks, months, and years. So, Swords is weeks, Pentacles is years, Cups is months, and Wands is days. All right, now if I've completely confused you, let me go over that again in an easier manner. Okay, so the suit of Wands is either days or spring, or both. The suit of Cups is months or summer. The suit of Swords is weeks or autumn. And the suit of Pentacles is years or winter. Now, let me give you an example here. So let's say someone has asked, when will I meet the love of my life? And we got the 9 of Swords. So it could be, Swords would be autumn. So you might say you meet them in autumn. In the 9th week after the beginning of autumn, because Swords is weeks. Now, another way to look at this, which makes a lot of sense, is if I look at the 9 of Swords, it may also determine what may need to occur before this event can take place. Now, the 9 of Swords is the nightmare card, or card about unnecessary worry and anxiety. So I would say this means that you will meet the love of your life as soon as you stop worrying about it. As soon as you stop worrying about it and be anxious about it, it will happen. So I really find the actual meaning of the card to be very, very helpful. All right, let's do another one. Let's say, oh, and the reversed card also may mean like, hello, yeah, this is really holding you up. Your anxiety, your worry is holding up the happening of whatever it is you want to happen. In this case, meeting the love of your life. All right, so these are not meant to be readings for everyone out there who is looking for the love of their life. Of course, this is general because there's lots and lots of people, lots and lots of people watching, and you would have to, and of course the same thing isn't going to be for everyone. So this may resonate to you or not, and if it does work for you, I'd love to know about it. All right, so second question someone might ask is, when will I get the promotion I deserve. All right, so let's say your card that you get is the King of Wands. Oh, and I didn't mention court cards, did I? But let's look at both the King and the Wands. So Wands, again, are spring. So this may happen in the spring. Now, the court cards may refer to a person who will determine when this thing is going to happen. Okay, so the person who's going to determine when you get the promotion that you deserve is a king, which means it's going to be a boss or an authority figure. All right, so what will happen is your boss will determine whether you're going to get the promotion you deserve in spring. He's going to be thinking about that, or he's going to be making that determination. All right, so that's a way to do it with court cards. Now, let's do a few more because just so you get the gist of this. Now, if I want to know, let's see, what else is a good thing? When will I find the house that I want to buy? When will I find the perfect house for myself and my family? Okay, let's say I pull the Lovers. Now, I haven't said anything about the Major Arcana. So, for the Major Arcana, you could look at it as the meaning of the card. You can look at the card to see what season it is. There's oranges on the tree. And on this one, there's fire on the tree, which could be, we could take that as autumn leaves also. So this will happen sometime between summer and autumn, according to this card. The grass is green, so I would say summer or early autumn. The sun is shining. It'll be when it's warm outside. And if we look at the meaning of the card to get the answer, it could be when you make a decision that is going to bring this particular house to your attention. Okay, the Lover's card is often about making a decision. Sometimes it's about making a decision between two lovers. Sometimes it's just about making a big decision between two things. So again, with the timing situation, the Major Arcana for me is a little bit harder. Now, there is a chart somewhere that tells you which astrological sign or which season relates to which tarot cards. I have not found that yet. If someone knows what that is, please let me know. And I'll put that on a video as well. But mostly what I'm doing is relating to the Minor Arcana cards. So again, let's go ahead and ask another question. What's another question? That Lover's card is coming out for somebody. Something's going on. Either somebody out there is about to meet the right person, let's say in the summer or in the fall, or you really need to make an important decision. All right, I don't know who that's for. That's for somebody. All right, let's go again and see. Let's ask another question. So let's do one where we want to know. Let's pull 3 cards about, let's see. When will, what's a good question? When will something really lucky happen to me? All right, let's pull 3 cards and see how we can do this. Okay, we got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. And we've got the 4 of Wands. All right, so we're going to put this Major Arcana. You know what? Let's pull another card that's hopefully not a Major Arcana. Up the Sun. Okay. Let's pull another one until we get 3 cups. 3 different. Let's do 3 different. All right, so let's look at this. Now, this is really interesting. We're going to put these Major Arcana aside for a moment. And we'll talk about them in a minute. So when will I have good luck? When will something really good and lucky happen to me? All right, so we're going to look at this. So Wands is days. Cups is months. Pentacles is years. So let's say okay, so if we go once, 8th month, which is August. August 4th. August 4th. Okay, so if I'm using that method, August 4th will be a really, really lucky day for you. Now, since Pentacles is years, we could say in 9 years, on September 4th, 9 years on September 4th, that will be one of the luckiest days of your life. Or we can look at it this way. Pentacles can be winter, and Cups is summer, and Wands is spring. Spring, summer, and winter will be luckiest for you. Okay, so you can see how this can get vague, or this can get, it can get very precise also. But, and whether you do this, it's kind of like, this is a thing. A lot of people won't even do timing with tarot because it's kind of weird. I'm just showing you a couple ways to do it, okay? Now, if I look at the meanings of the cards, so before it can happen, you need to be stable in your life. You need to, you need to have a stable, it may happen when you have a stable relationship, when you have a stable family life. It can happen after you've walked away from something you don't need anymore. That could bring you luck. It could happen when you become an more independent person. That could bring you luck. We have the Sun, so you could look at, summer and Cups. There's 2 cards that pertain to summer here, if we're using the Sun and the sunflowers as a summer card. And then, of course, there's the Wheel of Fortune, which is saying, this will happen in divine timing. It'll happen when it's meant to happen, basically. Sometimes this card means good luck is right around the corner. It's upright, so that could be good luck is coming. And you know what? Some of the questions are super vague, and this is just, a general guidelines of how you can use the tarot cards to determine timing. So I don't know if this was helpful. If this was helpful, I think the most helpful way that I could see to do it would be using the suits as either seasons or days, months, and weeks. So it might be easier to do one. So let's see if I pull the Page of Swords. Let's say I'm asking, there's so many timing things. When will I conceive a child? I mean, obviously I'm 64 and that's not going to happen. But let's say someone has that question. If you got the Page of Swords, you might say, in the autumn, it'll happen in the autumn. You could say the page would be number 11. So in November, you might conceive. That's just one way to answer that question. So you see how you can use it. You can look at court cards as either a person or a number, because of course page would be 11, knight would be 12, and then the king and queen could be people who influence it, influence the particular, question you're asking about. Let's see. That's one way to do it. So use, again, wands you can use for days, cups months, swords weeks, and pentacles years. So one way we could do that would be to separate them into all of the suits and then pull pull a pentacle for a number of years, a cup for a number of months, a sword for a number of weeks, and a wand for a number of days. You could do that as well. So there's a lot of ways you could use tarot for timing. Like I said, I haven't not done much of this. And so you might want to just try it, experiment with it, you know, see if it works for you, if it's fun. And, but I think not to disregard the meanings of the cards. So for example, Temperance, whatever you want might happen when you get more balance in your life, okay? That's a good thing. Or look at the meaning of the cards, the King of Pentacles. Something might happen when you meet a successful businessman. Whatever you're looking for might happen when that happens. Or, for example, when you embody the Queen of Wands, and right now, since this is reversed, you happen to be blocked in that area, in the area of how the Queen of Wands is. The Queen of Wands is charismatic. She is has an outgoing personality. Maybe you've been becoming too, maybe you have become too withdrawn. Maybe you are too introverted right now. Maybe you need to come out a little bit, come out of your shell a bit. Maybe whatever you want will happen when that happens. You got the Chariot reversed. Maybe when you are, when you figure out your goals is when whatever you want will happen. When you are on your way, when you are having confidence, and when you're headed toward your goals with confidence, maybe that is when whatever you want to happen will happen. Okay. The Seven of Pentacles, maybe it will happen when you have patience. You need to wait for this to happen until it's ready, okay, until the harvest is ready to pick. It's not time yet for this to happen, okay? So there's lots and lots of ways that you can use the tarot to determine timing, and these are just a few. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you've not done so. It's completely free for you. It helps me out a whole lot. I want to thank you for being with me today. I appreciate you so much more than you'll ever know. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.